So, Joan, let's look at the Belbin team roles and the diagram you have expressed in the book.
So, yes, there are a number of preferences, roles that people can assume within a team environment. So, for example, let's start with the shaper, because a lot of managers turn out to be shapers.
Mm-hmm.
Shapers are persons with a lot of drive and determination. You put an obstacle in their way, they're going to figure out how to get over it, under it, around it, and move it out of the way. So I've highlighted the strengths as well as the weaknesses, because we can be a little bit intolerant about people who don't run at the same speed that we do, because we tend to be racehorses, right? So high powered, a lot of pent up energy ready to go. But you need shapers on your team. And as a matter of fact, you need all the roles in your team. But we need to be aware that each role has its strengths, but it also has its allowable weaknesses. So sometimes the racehorses need to be reined in. Another role is a coordinator, and shapers sometimes need the coordinators to be right there alongside us, because the coordinator, as the name suggests, will ensure that everything gets dealt with. Because the shapers, we can be so busy driving through that sometimes we may overlook things. The coordinator is the one now who's going to keep an eye on how everything is going, make sure that all the pieces are coming together in a way that will help the team to advance. Potential downside with the coordinator, sometimes you look at them kind of side eye and wonder, okay, so what are you going to actually do? Apart from telling everybody else what they should be doing, you want to put your hand to the wheel here and help us to get this done? So that's a low weakness with a coordinator. The resource investigator, the best way I know to describe them is, that person that always know a guy that can do something, right? That's the resource investigator. They have an amazing network. The potential downside, they might not be doing much themselves, but they're always more guy, the team worker, right? These are the people persons. They, anytime you want to organize a fete, a lime, or just look after somebody that's not feeling well, your team worker people, that's their jam, because they really they get energy from bringing people together, taking care of people. You don't want to put that person to sit down in a room by themselves to do data entry. You're gonna kill their spirit.
So, there are a number of different areas. So there's the resource investigator, the team worker, the plant, the monitor evaluator, the specialist, the implementer, the complete finisher. There are many people within our organizations who we can easily identify that fit all of those roles and responsibilities and the characteristics. Can we, as we develop as a team, though, change roles as we go? I could start out today as a shaper and tomorrow become somebody else, a resource investigator. Is that possible?
Absolutely. And that comes with self-awareness and self-regulation. Remember where we started with emotional intelligence and knowing yourself. So if you're leading a team and you realize that, okay, I don't have anyone on the team who's a completer finisher. And completer finishers are really important. These are the folks who will, go over the report before you, send it up the chain of command to make sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. So if you don't have anyone on your team with those natural tendencies, then you may have to take on the role, or you may have to designate someone to take on a role. And when you ask somebody on the team to take on a role that doesn't come that naturally to them, it's what we call a team role sacrifice. So we know this isn't exactly in your comfort zone, but when I look at the entire team, I think you're the one best positioned to help us to do that because of the other competencies that we bring to the table. So it's possible, yes, that people can perform outside of their default roles. But as the leader, if you're making that request of them, recognize that it is a sacrifice. So you don't want to abuse it, and you want to acknowledge when gone above and beyond to make that type of contribution to the team.